Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answers to the human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers, and you can transform your life. Right now on WWNN in South Florida, Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2 hours, listen and call in toll-free, 888-565-1470, 888-565-1470, and watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and share love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away. We need to heed the warning. The world is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we did before doesn't work. It's time for you. It's time for me to change. The world is changing now. Won't you change and open your heart? Open your heart.
Yes, indeed. Open your heart right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. We're answering your questions all across the nation at 888-565-1470. And the world is and has been changing for quite a while. And time is marching by. But time, it's a funny thing. Sometimes we think time doesn't move quickly enough. Other times, time is just flying by. Can you believe we're coming into the very, closing chapters of 2022? We are coming into the end of October. It's just flying by. Seems like just the other day we were talking about our 650th live show in September, and now here we are at 655 live shows with all of you all across the nation. And I think, wow, it's gone by so quickly. 13 and a half years connecting with all of you. 13 and a half years of questions and Spirit's answers. So time holds so many memories for us. Time holds pictures of experiences, and time is this experience that we cannot control. It just moves forward. And in our human self, our impatient self, we often think, why isn't that time is not moving the way I'd like? Why can't I get to what I want in my life? Why is it taking it so long? Why do other people have the experiences they want, the connections, the experiences of work and love and relationships, the experiences of financial wellness, and I feel like I've been struggling so long? I had someone talk to me not too long ago, and they were sharing that they thought that their time of relationship had passed them by. And they were just pointing out their age, and they said, well, what are the chances? I guess love was not meant for me in this lifetime. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. The only time you can say that is when you're in your transition from earth to heaven. Until then, you never know. But we have this expectation of life, how it should play out. There's a script that's been conditioned in our mind. We may go to school and perhaps go to college. We may take on a career, meet someone, fall in love, have children. There's this formula that we've been led to believe is normal. And at a particular age, a particular time, you should be married by this age. You need to have a child by this age. And we have really closed ourselves off based on this timeline. That is not everyone's timeline. Everyone has their own unique timeline. And God has a very specific story for each one of us. There's never a wrong or a right time. It's the perfect time when it happens. And life is a matter of timing, because we want to believe in our heart that we're ready for something, but we're not. If there's something you want in your life, it's just not time yet. There's no other story. It didn't pass you by. I had someone ask me if there are opportunities they had missed and they would never have opportunities come back along the path. And I said, of course, there'll be more opportunities. And as you grow, the expression of those opportunities, they grow with you. They shift, they change. So your opportunity will be a different version of the one you thought it would be, but you'll still have an opportunity to have the career that you want. We sit and think that God takes too long. And yet we look at our days, as I just did in the opening, and I said, wow, look how quickly time has flown. And we feel like we're going to miss something. A lot of people feel they've missed something in their life. They weren't in the right place at the right time. They missed the opportunity. They missed their true love. Or that life just didn't work out the way they wanted and time has passed them by. And there they are at a particular age, judging where they are based on what they were conditioned to believe was their story. There's a different way to look at all of this. There's a way to understand that the journey of the soul, unique unto each individual, holds a specific storyline that is not linked to a timeline. Time is essentially man-made. If we didn't know any better, if we didn't have a calendar to mark off what day was another day, we would just flow from place to place, thing to thing, lifetime to lifetime, and we would just go about as a soul's journey. But when we are in this experience of human, it's often complicated. A person sits and thinks that they have an expectation and it must be met. But God knows the perfect time. Someone I was speaking to recently was sharing that they have this project that they've been trying to launch for 20 years. It's something unique and big. And it just hasn't seemed to have been the right time. And they feel a little frustrated by that. And they, too, were wondering if maybe they missed their opportunity. That's not the case. The opportunity is still there. They still have the inspiration. They just haven't lined up in the perfect time with the right people. And all the hardships that this individual has gone through on so many other levels of their personal life have been preparing them so that when they arrive at the moment of completion in this project, when they arrive at the moment of satisfaction and financial reward, that they'll be able to stand strong and not waver. They'll be able to appreciate it, savor the victory, savor the financial wellness, and not have anyone disrupt their flow and even take it from them. Our life experiences give us a chance to build courage, to become courageous. It gives us an opportunity to look at how far we've come and choices that we've made along the way and then learned to make different choices. You're not the same person you were when you were 15 years old, and you're not the same person at 21. You're not the same person at 27 or 35 or 42. You evolve based on experiences, based on your exposure to other people, different companies you may have been associated with, different company you've kept. You understand that life has its twists and turns, and some moments feel like they're higher altitude, more celebratory and exuberant, and you feel free. And other moments, they just feel so burdensome. And it's in those moments that we think that maybe God forgot us, that we're not going to get our moment, our time. You know, there was a song, a moment like this. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. And there are moments in your life that you may feel like you've waited for so long for that moment. But to feel whole as a human, to feel connected to the divine, and feel the energy of who you are, that essence, that understanding of the complexity of your own individual personality, and to learn to tweak the aspects of you that need some governing, some discipline, and to embrace the parts that have really blossomed in our experience and blossomed over the time of your life. This is when we come to the realization that everything happens for a reason, and it happens in God's time. And it's this deep understanding that things that you've waited for, it's okay to still want that you feel has passed you by or not come quickly enough. It's okay to want more and to sit in anticipation. But it's not to wait as if we're some little child in a corner, just thinking, I didn't get my way in this go about in this period of my life. I'm disappointed in this area, or love didn't work, or I didn't advance in my career the way I wanted, or my business wasn't successful, or I don't have the circle of friends that I used to have and I'm feeling alone and disconnected. It's not to sit there and wait and pout. It's to be in this anticipatory allowance of knowing that at the end of your journey, you will have crossed off all that was meant for you along the way. And that any idea of something that you wanted based on conditioned beliefs that were superimposed to you from experiences that your families created, that your neighbors, your society created, and they gave you this impression of this is how it is for everyone. It's not how it is. There are people that you will meet that may never have a true love of a human, but they have a true love relationship with everyone they meet, and they're happy being connected to people, and they love their career and they're passionate about it, and they don't really desire that long lifetime one partner for my entire life. And there are others that that's what they crave. They want to know that they will have that. And when we are left waiting, particularly for that in our lives, then we find that we, as an individual, think there's something wrong with us, or we're not good enough, or we're not worthy. And why can't I have the love that I crave, I desire? And it's the thinking that we are not good enough or not worthy, or that it's not our lot in life, and maybe we have some streak of bad luck in our love life. It's that thought process that actually creates a bigger divide between you and that which you desire, this love of your life that will be there for you, will stand up for you, will share experiences with you, collaborate with you, and flow through the ebbs and shifts of life and learn to grow with you. Life is a journey of growth. It is never a stagnant moment in time that never changes except for the calendar days move forward. There's always a shift. There's always a change. And our impatience with the timeline of the delivery of what we say we want pushes out what we want even further. So we have to learn to just let it roll off our back and put it up to the universe. This is what I desire. This is what I know I'm worthy of. This is where my heart feels whole, and I anticipate the arrival of what I desire. And be the human being that shows up to make things happen without forcing, without pushing. Don't resign yourself to it has to be a particular way. Because it's when we resign ourselves to how a storyline must play out that we miss the whole storyline, and at moments miss the clue that could have led us to the opportunity sooner, to the person, to the work experience, to the purpose of our life. Think of the times in your life that have been pivotal. And you made a choice, and now when you look back in hindsight, you're like, wow, if I had not made that choice, where would I be? Or a a choice you made and you look back and say, wasn't my best moment, and look where I am now. But it's the recognizing of choices that we make and the ability to redirect ourselves that transcend this timeline that we've superimposed into all of our experiences as this checklist, and just allows us to flow. Okay, this was an opportunity for me. It didn't work out the way I had hoped, I had intended, and I'm going to move on. And I'm free to move on to the next opportunity or love experience or new friendship circle with ease and grace. I have that ability. And to just allow things to unfold and to be open and aware, eyes wide open, just sitting there in awe saying, I just know something magical is going to happen for me today. And that the timing will be perfect. And that I will ease into it with ease and grace. And it will flow magically. And it will lead me to a story that I am going to be happy to participate in. And a story that, because I'm open, because I'm not rigid as to how it has to happen or the time with which it has to happen, it will be just so magical. It will be this experience of feeling whole and connected. It'll be this perfect place to be. And it'll lead me to all the possibilities. There's man's time and there's God's time. And I invite you all as we, count down days until holidays and the end of the year, and we jokingly do it because it comes and goes, and then we're off to the next adventure. But just look at yourself and say to yourself, what is the most important thing in this moment in my life? And how can I be fully engaged in this moment? And embrace this moment so that this moment in time, which is all I know and all I have, can unlock opportunities for all the moments of time to come in God's time. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll be talking to our friends on Facebook and YouTube. So be sure to leave your question in our YouTube feed and our Facebook feed. Go to Sarah Spiritual on YouTube and Facebook. And of course, our phone lines are open. And if they're busy, please don't give up. Don't hang up. Just hit redial and just let it roll. And I know we'll get to talk to you tonight at 888-565-1470. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470. Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful 2 hours of life's questions and Spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-1470.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard?
Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? I am Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on VCMG 95.3 and 96.9. And we're really excited to connect with all of you. And we're going to go to Terry and see what's going on with Terry. Let's see, Terry, how are you tonight?
I'm okay. How are you?
I am good, Terry. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Oregon.
Well, good to have you calling us from Oregon. How's the weather there?
Actually, it's pretty nice today. It's not raining.
Well, I guess that's a plus. And a little chill in the air?
Yeah, a little. Yes, correct.
Yes. Well, we have the nerve to say we're chilly here in South Florida, but
Yes.
we're
How is it there?
yeah, well, we're a little bit below 70, and it's like a freeze for us. No.
Oh,
So
yeah, right.
for us, it's a little chilly, but we all love it. We welcome it. Kind of gives us that little fall feeling. Terry, what is the question that you have for us today?
Well, I am still at the situation where I am at, and I do plan on moving here
Yes.
shortly. I just want to know if that's going to happen. Hopefully soon, like the next couple weeks.
I do see the move, Terry, and I think we shared with you earlier in another call that this is really the opportunity to wipe the slate clean. And
Yes,
it's so important that you don't look back. And in the
it's
process
hard.
I understand. And I understand that as you try to disentangle, there may be some self-criticism, some disappointments, some missed dreams that you feel have occurred because you invested time and you are where you are and you need to make this
Yes.
change and you're feeling stuck and you're not feeling safe. There's so many emotions that are coming up. And you may ask yourself, Terry, why did you attract this experience? And it's not because you are not worthy of a good experience, a good relationship, a good home to feel safe. It's an experience that is here to clear out old energies of karma, of earlier trauma in your lifetime as a young one, and energy of past lives. And this is your opportunity once and for all to heal. So even though this has been very off-putting for you, trust that the universe has a plan, trust that you need to show up, know that you're capable, you're strong enough, you're worthy, and you will make this move. And I feel like the rope gets a little looser so you can break free as I move you into the month of November, and when I move you into the energy of November 4th, November 5th, I really feel like all systems are go. You should be packed and on your way. When are
Is
you?
out of state?
I do believe that as well, yes.
Yes. Okay,
And we are
Excellent.
lining something up. Is that true?
that's correct.
Okay. And, I feel like you're going to relocate and then fine tune that relocation a bit, but we need to go.
Okay. And I know my grandfather's. He visited me yesterday morning. He always leaves me dimes,
Oh,
or it's my grandma.
grandfather
And,
energy is stronger around you.
yes.
He had a sense of humor here. He has this kind of quirky sense of humor as I look at him. And just know that there's much support on the other side. And I also feel this energy of someone who is having some remorse. And did we have a disagreement, a disconnect with a female in your family recently, please? Or a story
No.
that's carrying on from this journey since you were a few years younger? Who is there like
I
a
don't know.
disconnect from here in the female energy? They show me a woman connected to you. Was there a difficult time in the maternal energy with your mom?
Yes.
Okay.
I still have that.
Yes,
You got
that's
it right on the dot.
okay. That's what we're seeing here. So this is a time to heal that too. It doesn't mean we have to go back and connect and pretend like nothing happened, but you need to heal it on your end. You need to make peace with all of that.
It's really hard because she always puts me down, and
I
I
understand.
didn't grow up with her, so it's just really hard.
I understand that. But if we don't heal that, Terry, then first of all, look what you attracted. Good God, woman. Right? Look, you
Yes,
the
you're right.
monster version of your mother is what you attracted.
Yes, you're
Okay.
right.
So this is
Oh
why
my
spirit
gosh,
takes
you're
me
right.
back, all right? So we need to go back to that, and you need to heal that aspect of you. And when you're on your feet and you're settled, consider doing some soul integration work with me so that we can
okay.
heal that little girl who's literally an orphan trapped in the past, not knowing what she can do to change her life.
That's correct.
And feeling helpless, not feeling safe, not feeling good enough, and not feeling worthy. And
You're
that's
correct.
why I said don't be the critical voice to yourself now when you need to pull in all your power, all of your self-worth, your self-love, and just go.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. God bless you, Sarah. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And keep us posted, Terry, and we'll
I will.
send the angels to be around you so this goes easily and smoothly. And you just see yourself arriving, visualize yourself arriving at the destination of your choice, being well received, and everyone following through on all that they have promised you. All right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sarah. God
You're
bless.
welcome.
I will let you
God
know.
bless you.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. And we're continuing to take calls right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're going to go to New York. I've got Christine on the line. Christine, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah.
Good to connect with you, Christine. Is this your first time connecting with us?
It is.
How did you come to find us?
Well, I had watched your show online for a few years now, actually. And then tonight, because I had notifications on my phone, you popped up, and I said, you know what? I think I'm supposed to call.
Well, thank goodness for notifications and the spirit world helping that along, because Lord
Right?
knows some of the Facebook notifications have not been working for anybody. So
Oh.
good to know that they were working today, and we
Yeah.
welcome you. And it's really good to see here that as I look at this energy for you, it's really a powerful time for you to step into your creativity and kind of get out of the box. If you're feeling a little stagnant, we need to kind of change routine. It is that time for you, Christine. It's truly a time for you to make some changes that will be more fulfilling for you. What is your question for us tonight, Christine?
Exactly what you're picking up.
Okay.
Any messages from spirit, even if it's not for me or a family member, like anything like that.
Wonderful. So out of the box you go. You've been feeling stuck in a rut is how they make me feel. You try to always look at the glass half full. That's the only reason why you've kind of muddled through, they tell me. But
Okay.
they also talk to me about the friend that you are, the person that you have given so much to so many people. You have been steady, steadfast, and you've been the person to accomplish much. There is a woman connected to you on the other side, maternal side of the family. She makes me feel like she looked after you, cared for you. Grandmother energy. Your grandmother has passed. Your mother's mother, please.
Yes.
Okay. And she was integral in the family, very influential in the family, please.
Yes.
Okay. She has this power of nurturing, this power of connection here. And she also points to me, Christine, your father has passed as well, please?
Yes.
Okay. Because he has this energy around you, and she kind of points her hand out to point to your father, like he was someone you looked up to. Is this also true, Christine?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great admiration. A solid person, solid man.
Yeah.
He helped make you who you are today. And he brings to you this nod of approval. You know, I feel like your father would kind of give someone a look, and that would say a lot to someone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. And so he gives me this nod of approval. And Christine, whatever changes you want to make, don't hesitate. Make them now. It's the time for you. I also feel a strong presence of Archangel Michael, the angel of protection. Makes me feel like you have been tuning into your angels, becoming more spiritual, lining up with your inner self and learning to grow spiritually. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And I also see this beautiful amethyst crystal around you. And that's your power stone at this time for your transformation and your spiritual connection. Do you have amethyst around you?
I do.
Yes.
I do. I've got a lot of stones. I have to make sure I have that one, but I'm going to look.
Look for that one. It's a power stone for you at this time. And just trust that everything's coming together beautifully for you. Know that your father is with you very strongly, grandmother as well, and you are very well protected.
Fantastic.
Thank
That's
you.
wonderful.
I hope this has been a good experience for you tonight,
Oh,
Christine.
very good experience.
Thank you. All right. We
Very
appreciate your following the notification, and thank you for following the show. We appreciate it. Bye for
Thank you
now.
so much, Sarah.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Bye for
Take
now.
care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. And we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then we're coming right back to the phone lines to answer your questions and to answer our questions on Facebook. So stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Know me, do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice?
Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? This is Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on VCMG 96.9 and 93.5. Oh my goodness. I am just so enthusiastic to connect with all of you that I am just tongue-tied. Lord goodness gracious. We are looking at our phone lines. We've got calls from Michigan, Georgia, Fort Lauderdale, and we are really connecting to all of you and our Facebook friends. So we're going to be loading up the questions for our Facebook friends. So please be specific. Please put your question and your birthday all in one so that we have that information. And we really want to go back to the phone lines for just this moment. I've got to go to Michigan. I've got Kathleen. She's been hanging on. She's been holding. And let's see what's going on with Kathleen in Michigan. How are you,
Hello?
Kathleen?
Can you hear me okay?
I hear you fine, Kathleen. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sarah. We've gone through many struggles.
Yes,
Sorry.
that's all right. Great deal of lost energy around you. This is true, yes?
Yes.
Okay,
About my daughter, Brooke.
yes.
And I think she's somewhat stable right now.
Yes,
She had many issues of running away and medication changes. And I noticed that her home had posted on the website for her disorder that there was a potential
right.
upcoming opening. And I'm hoping that it's not for her to be removed from the home.
I think you would have been notified of that, Kathleen, officially before they just open up the spot. And if they weren't,
Yeah, I think they will, but I think they're getting ready.
well, Kathleen, let's not put that energy out there. And I hear
Okay.
what I'm about to say. We know
Okay.
that she has been disruptive based on the confines of how they want their home run, and they need her to conform. And because of her condition, it sometimes proves problematic to follow their rules. And she doesn't, there's a part of her that doesn't really want to be there. So this is creating this shift in her being uncooperative. When I
Right.
look at the energy around her, I feel like she's actually doing better than she was doing before. I
That's
feel like
correct.
she's
Yes.
regulated. If they were going to
Yep.
pull the plug, they would have done it in the midst of the madness at that time. And if they're being that calculated, I should say, that they are planning her replacement, well, that tells me that they want easy money and they don't really care about the person. Now, that kind of is off-putting to me if that's their method of madness at this moment.
Right.
Because, they are there. I understand they have their boundaries that make it easier for everyone who's a resident there to exist and have a pleasant experience and get the treatment and attention that they require. And, I feel that this blend that your daughter is on is proving to be most beneficial for her. And as long as she's being supervised in the taking of this, then I'm sure that she can manage to regulate it. And I also know your daughter is very cyclical. Spirit tells me like every 6 months she gets it in her head. She got to go. And it's like this need for your daughter to run.
Right.
And there's therapy there for her, yes?
Yes, there is. We're working on that right now.
Okay.
I added that to her list.
So if she has some therapy so she could have some emotional understanding as to why she is not where she thinks she wants to be, and that it's not a punishment, and that she's still loved and she's still wanted, and whatever the imbalance is around it, perhaps she won't be running. And they owe it to her to give her the full treatment. And if this is something we just added to in services, I kind of am, again, I'm not a medical professional, but kind of like surprised they're not addressing it from all ways so that we can find out how she could be whole in the experience of their residents.
Right. I think they're just set in their ways.
Okay. Well,
and
they
she's
have to
the
be
most
flexible.
difficult.
All right.
Yeah,
but
she's the most difficult out of the 5 that are there. But I feel like I saw the ad in the Carter Willie site, and my heart just broke because I figured it was for her.
And I don't want you to hold that vision, because then you will make it be for her. And if that's how the chips fall, you have to trust the process that God will find something, even though I know you and I have spoken and you said that this is really like the place, the only place. Stop thinking it has to be this, or this is how it is. It must be for me. It must be about her. You could have this sense of something that is in the air, that's been in the air, and now you're almost traumatized by it, them threatening. But if they put an ad before they notified you, that doesn't even sound like something they should do. Maybe they've made arrangements to have a 6th person there. You don't know.
Maybe that's all I can hope.
Okay. Then that's what you pray. And tell yourself, everything's working out for me. Everything's working out for my daughter. We're doing all the right things. My daughter's coming along. She's safe. She's sound. We're developing a better understanding. So she's empowered in this experience that is physically and mentally limiting to her at this moment. And we're helping her come to a better understanding so she could be at peace.
Okay.
That's the self-talk I want you to use, Kathleen.
Okay. Now, can I tell you, can you feel what the tremors are from? Are they from the medication?
And these are hand tremors, please?
Mostly hand.
Yeah, I see.
Eyes fluttering and mouth.
Yeah, I see the hand more than anything in my mind. I do feel that. But again, if we have medicine that's working, I'm sure they can tweak it. But first, let's get her in a rhythm of under control. I know a lot of, is something psychotic? Is a psychotic medication in some term? Yes?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And again, I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, but from what limited resources I've been exposed to, I know that some of those tremors are possible, and that is a side effect in a lot of medications. So speak to the doctor. Let's see what we can do. Let's get her in a better balanced state so she doesn't have another uproar, and then they can tweak it and do what they can with their medical knowledge, because after all, they're the doctors. But we send the light to your daughter so that she can be in love, light, and peace. For this moment, Kathleen, we are complete with this call. I appreciate you so much. And I know all of us listening are just praying that she can stay safe and sound in that group home that will be most beneficial for her. Bye for now.
Sarah and staff, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. 888-565-1470. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. I am Sarah Spiritual. Stay with us. We'll be back for our second hour.
There's a light, there's a light that opens doors
Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Phone lines are open at 1-888-565-1470. That's 1-888-565-1470.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies is here. WWNN Pompano Beach, a VCMG live radio station. The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful 2 hours of life's questions and Spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-1470. Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions and to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in. 888-565-1470. 888-565-1470. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube. And you can share the love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another.
Yes, indeed, the world is changing, and it's time to learn to love one another and take the time to find inner peace and step into our own personal self-love and power. And let's tune in and be aware of what everyone's going through in these times. We are opening up our questions on our Facebook feed and our YouTube feed. So we're going to have them pull up the questions for Facebook and YouTube. We're welcoming your questions at 888-565-1470. And we are taking phone calls now as well. So we're going to pull up our questions from our friends on Facebook and YouTube. We've got YouTube. We've got Nicole. She's like, I hope all is well. Her birthday, and she gives me her birthday. And her question is there a message that I need to know right here, right now? And, you know, Nicole, the first thing I'm here to tell you is that at this moment in time, we want you to look at what you can grow with in your life now, what is worth investing more time, more intention, more financial resources if necessary. How can you grow an aspect of your life to propel you forward for your 2023? And as you move yourself into the direction of expansion in your life, you're going to make a major shift in 2023 that's going to put you in a place of power, a place of success, a place of feeling like you have arrived. So we're going to navigate some changes through your own direction of setting intentions to what you wish to grow in your life. It's going to be a positive 2023. Once we kind of get our footing coming into the year, then you'll be moving forward. Thank you so much, Nicole, for your YouTube question. And we're going to go to YouTube or Facebook for some more questions. We've got a Facebook question here. Dawn Hawkins, she's pulling out her hair. She's like, goodness gracious, will things get better? And interestingly enough, this is a financial turn that you're making in this 2022 into 2023 time. Things financially will be a little bit more sound. And I know that emotionally, they're showing me that you're not feeling supported. You're not feeling like people are on your side and have your back. And I feel as if you don't know who you can turn to, kind of like a sense of feeling alone. There is a powerful awakening inside of you, and this influx of some financial relief will make it a little easier for you to think clearly. A lot of confusion. God is not the author of confusion. I ask you to ask the angels to surround you and to guide your steps over the next 2 months so you can position yourself to step into 2023 in a place that you feel like you're seen and heard and that you can find your peace. It will get better. We're looking at another 6 weeks of just kind of hanging on till things begin to make the change. Thanks so much for your question, Dawn Hawkins. We'll take one more from Facebook or YouTube and see who we've got on our questions here. We got Ella Wozos. She says, hey, can I look into her son? He's going through a difficult time. And, you know, your son is going through a difficult time because he's been kind of running from things that he needed to address in the past. And now I feel like he didn't have his voice. He didn't speak his truth. And now things are catching up with him. And he's got to take time for himself. And when I look at this energy, I actually feel like there's a shift and change that comes for him for work and growth that comes for him in the March of 2023. So he has that to look forward to. But in the meantime, he has to look at where he is and choose a different path that makes him happy and not allow things to get overwhelming until he feels like he's got his back against the wall. Ella, thank you for asking your question about your son. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for following Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're going to go one more question here on Facebook and YouTube before we go back to our phone lines at 888-565-1470. And we've got Trisha Seuss, and she says, here's my birthday. Is there a message for you? Trisha, the first thing I'm made aware of is there's this powerful energy of your work-life balance and stepping into something that's going to be beneficial for you to have for a career. So I feel like you're still figuring a lot of this out and kind of feeling like you need a little more clarity to find a balance of your life you'd like to have, but also a work life of a career and what you do next. I'm also seeing this very powerful energy of this most beautiful fairy that absolutely loves the energy of music. And she's bringing you this soft, relaxing energy for you to kind of zone into listening to your favorite music, letting yourself just relax into the choices you have to make so that you can move yourself in the direction of your future and pick the right path for the next 5 years. So it's really just being still and allowing things to open up for you and feeling what feels good for you and has a balance of the life that you want. And if you were thinking you wanted to move, make a shift, that is something that can happen for you in 2023. Thank you so much, Trisha, for your YouTube question. We're going to go back to our phone lines at 888-565-1470. And I've got to go to Christine. Christine is in Fort Lauderdale. Christine, how are you tonight? Hi, Christine. Are you there? Okay, well, we'll just put Christine back on hold. Maybe she stepped away from the phone. And we're going to go to Cindy in Georgia. Cindy, how are you tonight?
Hey, good. How are you?
I am doing well, Cindy. Good to connect with you. We've spoken before, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What is the question for us tonight?
I'm dating someone named Fred. His birthday is November 1st, 65. and I'm just wondering what you might see with us.
Okay, well, Fred seems to be going through some changes. Had this been a difficult year for him? It feels like he went through some ups and downs, and so he's kind of coming into the relationship, kind of shifting some things personally for himself. Are you aware of that?
Yes, ma'am. His
Okay.
brother just passed away.
Okay. And so this is where his attention is, and this sorrow, this loss is a little distracting for him because I feel like he feels like he has a lot to do to help someone or to be there for someone. His mother's still living, please?
No, ma'am. She passed away, and the dad.
So was his brother married? They're showing me a female connected to the family. Who does he feel like he has to look after? Are you aware of that?
His brother's daughter.
Okay. So this obligation, this need to make sure everything's okay, he's really taking that to heart, taking that very seriously. And when I look at that storyline, I know that it has him feeling,
2264.
I have him feeling a little bit kind of removed from you, not as close as maybe you were. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
I'm sorry. I'm in the car.
I gathered that. And so what I can say to you is this, the relationship that might feel a little disconnected right now, there's a connection that kind of deepens over these next couple of months for you, Cindy. And I really feel that once he gets past this mourning process, because I don't feel like he was expecting his brother to pass at this moment, I feel like things can grow in a better connection for the two of you. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There's a follow-up question with Fred. What is the question?
I'm just concerned because he always talks about weight, and I'm just wondering whether he's, how it's going to work out and stuff.
And what do you mean by, you mean physical weight? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So are you concerned that he doesn't feel enough attraction for you? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, if it was that much of an issue for him, why would he have even begun to connect with you in the first place?
That's true. I didn't think about that.
All right. So if there's something that you would like to do to shift how you feel about yourself and how you view yourself and what you would like to change, then you make those changes not for him, but for you. All right?
All
right.
I'm working on my health,
All right.
and I've lost a lot of weight from where I had the gastric sleeve.
Yes.
But I do worry because I have the extra skin and stuff, and I worry. I guess I do. I need to work on loving myself more.
You absolutely do. You absolutely do. And I don't know, I'm sure he's got some extra skin somewhere too. So really? So be gentler with
ma'am.
yourself, all right? And just trust.
Okay, yes.
Just trust. Trust the experience. And don't let your self-esteem, your self-worth kind of disrupt the flow that the two of you have been building. All right?
Okay, I really appreciate that. Yes, that's true. I didn't think about the stuff you just said, but I appreciate that very much.
Right. And if he mentions it, maybe that's something that he likes. He likes when someone is invested in their health and you're doing all the right things. There's only so much you can do in a short period of time, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So thank you so much for your call. And, I feel like you asked a question that a lot of women would ask if they're not feeling sure of themselves in a relationship. So be gentle with yourself. Remember to tell yourself that you love you and that you're beautiful just the way you are. And the person who's meant to be by your side will be with you regardless of any weight number on a scale. All right, my dear?
Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're welcome.
that.
You're welcome. Have a great night. Bye for now.
Thank you, ma'am. You too. Bye-bye.
565-1470. And we're going to go back to the phone lines and let's just see if we've got Christine in Fort Lauderdale and see if we can pick her back up. Let's see if Christine comes to the line. All right, then maybe we've lost her, so we'll just clear that line so someone else can call. And we're going to go to West Palm Beach. I've got Jasmine on the line. Jasmine, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah.
How are you? Good
How
to
are
have you connecting with us. Good to connect.
What's that?
Good to connect with you again. Thank you. We're glad to have you
Oh, yes,
reconnect
you
with
too.
us. And belated happy birthday. Time is flying. It's a whole month later.
Thank you very much.
And what is your burning question for us tonight?
So there's been a lot of changes, and I wanted to get your insight on if you think it's going in the right direction.
Okay. So bear with me 1 minute. I'm just checking to see where we are in the journey of life. A lot of changes that make me feel like you're feeling more free. Is that true?
Yeah.
And we're also feeling like we're coming back into ourself in our creative zone. For a while, we weren't really feeling like we knew who we were anymore. We're like we had lost ourselves. Yes?
Yeah.
And so now you're coming back to a better version of yourself. And I see love on the horizon here. Is there a love question associated with how things are moving along, please?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've met my soulmate.
Yes. A new individual has come into the storyline, yes?
Yes, like 4 months ago.
Yes. And what is their birthday?
It is January 8th.
And this individual is really going into a very deep dive on their soul level and really asking important questions about the meaning of their life and their experience of life having meaning. Is that true? Is that where they're at right now?
Yeah.
I'm seeing them also wanting to spend a lot of quality time with you, very intelligent, very engaging, very free-spirited, enjoying the freedoms of life, yes. And also I see travel coming. Do you have a trip planned?
Yeah, I'm going to Italy and France on Sunday.
I see travel, so that'll be beautiful. Absolutely. So this is a powerful connection between the two of you. Very, very intense energy, and this person can be very direct at times, and they are very. Sometimes they can run a little hot and cold in how they handle things, but they're pretty much a very straight up person. They tell it like it is.
Yeah.
So I see a beautiful connection here, my dear, and I see beautiful travels coming for you.
Okay. And do you see moving anytime soon?
I do feel like there is a move. The move seems to come around the February month. And are we thinking of leaving the state, please?
No.
Okay. I see a move, though.
Grade 4. Yeah.
And the move doesn't seem to be something that's abrupt. It seems to be something that's planned.
Yeah.
Okay. So just focus on creating what you want and enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Keep us posted, Jasmine. Thank you so much for calling us from West Palm Beach. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
888-565-1470. Answering your questions right here on VCMG. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to come right back to the phone lines. So put the phone on speed dial, 888-565-1470. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. We've got a feeling you'll want to listen to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. for insightful, intuitive messages. Sarah Spiritual is a spiritual advisor and transformational coach who will assist you. Join Sarah Spiritual for a powerful 2 hours of life's questions and Spirit's answers. I've got a feeling you'll love Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday. Got the feeling? Just call 888-565-1470.
You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we are answering your questions all across the nation at 888-565-1470. And we have our questions on Facebook and on YouTube, so be sure to ask your question with your birthday as well as your question. And I was just talking with someone on our Facebook feed, and they're like, I remember when you did a live and there weren't phone calls in the middle of it. So my Facebook people are feeling like, wait a minute, we want more attention. But yes, we used to do just a live every Sunday. We would be connected with everybody. And we weren't on the radio show, and we were just doing lives. And I would be at my piano and channel music. Just like the music that you hear, those are songs that came through me instantly as an instant download. And what you hear is the actual writing, performing of the song happening live, the piano, the words, the melody coming through me all at once, and we just play whatever came through. That's our opening song. That's this, Do You Know Me? Do I Know You? Or There's a Light, or The World is Changing Now, that we played at the beginning of the show. That's the music. And those are some of the things that people have said they really miss. And we're going to get back to that in 2023. We're going to close out this year. We've got some great things happening. And speaking of things happening, I have my apprentice program that's launching next Thursday night. If you'd like to accelerate your spiritual connection and delve into your connection with your divine self and interpreting your spiritual messages And if you'd like a higher level of learning of frequency and energy and tapping into your knowing, then go to sarahspiritual.com. Learn more about my accelerator program for our spiritual presence mastery. It's really the apprentice program that I've been teaching to all my students since the beginning of 2013. And we are really excited to be continuing this program. And we also have Calvin Cates coming back at the center. He will be with us the 4th and 5th of November for the Crystal Healing Bed energy. So that would be available on our Expedito Enlightenment Center website. And if you'd like to visit me in person for a personal session, you can go to the ExpeditoEnlightenmentCenter.com or call my center or pop by if you're local. We are in West Palm Beach. We're off of Okeechobee Boulevard. We have been there for 16 years. 16 years of crystals and books and tarot decks and oracle decks and herbs and oils and sprays and candles and so much more. We've got some amazing things. Got some new tarot decks coming in. I found out a couple were just launched, and so we scooped them up, and they'll be on our shelves coming into the Saturday just in time for the weekend. So we're looking forward to seeing you at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. Learn more about me at sarahspiritual.com. And book your personal session. If you're not local, then you can do one by phone, video, Skype, whatever works for us. We will make it work. And we look forward to connecting with you. And we're very glad to have all these callers on the line. But I promised my friends on Facebook I would get to them. I'm going to take a call from Boca, and then we're going to Facebook and YouTube. So pile on those questions. Let's go to Boca. I've got Carmen on the line. Carmen, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing well, Carmen. Good to connect with you. It is time for you to really tune into who you are. I mean, it's a meaningful time for you. You feeling like you have to kind of spend more time with yourself and kind of center yourself a little bit more at this time, Carmen?
No, I called you about a month ago, and you're right on point.
What happened?
I'm actually calling for different reasons, not even about myself. There were some external relationships. But to answer your question, yeah, I'm on the what's my purpose journey.
Okay,
You're right about
what's
that.
your purpose? You are on the purpose. And you spoke to us last month. Catch me up, reconnect me. What had we talked about? What has transpired, and how can I help you?
Well, I booked a session with you to talk about that one.
Okay.
That just, yeah.
Okay, you got
That's going to take too much time. I have two questions for you. One is concerning a potential partner who wants to go to the next level.
Yes.
And the next one is concerning a child of mine.
Okay.
Who seems to be disconnected. So
okay, let's go to the let's level up in the land of relationships. And what is that person's birthday? What is their birthday?
Oh, forgive me. It's either November 3rd or 4th, 62.
Okay. So let me just kind of scoop up and search into their story here. Well, they are getting ready to be ready for love. The statement of they want to level up is they want to see where this can go because they really would like to have primary partnership relationship. I feel like they feel ready for that. I also feel that when I look at where they were in 2018, 2019, I feel like that was a little bit of a challenging time for them. I don't know how much of their story you know, but I feel like that might have been a difficult time, maybe even in the closing of some relationship or something going on with something personal to them at that time. Are you familiar with that, Carmen?
I am. He's a wonderful man. However, my concerns are with those, extenuating circumstances. I'm just concerned that they could be a hindrance for me. And I'd really like to connect. I mean, he's a great guy. However, to me, the issues that I see going on seem to be pretty serious with him.
Well, and this is something that's been going on for a while. Is that true? Yes?
It seems, I'm sorry, someone was trying to call. It seems to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would kind of place 2018-19 as kind of like some part of this, like the catalyst for this spiraling down type of energy. All right. So that's why they took me to that date. My guides are really good with dates. They're like, go here, Sarah. And I'm like, My God, they're like
Okay.
walking calendars. But I also feel that in this desire to have personal relationship, I also feel that 2023 is going to represent him finding a better balance for himself. And if he can
Okay.
have a better balance and rhythm and get a handle on what's going on, I think he will be able to show up as a better partner. You have
Okay.
nothing to lose by getting to know him in this next level and then see if you can grow to love him in spite of some of these external circumstances that I feel can have a better balance and get rectified.
Okay.
And if we can make it through this little tough patch and you could still admire him and want to be with him, then you can choose if it's too much for you then.
Okay. Perfect.
Everyone comes in our
Okay.
life for a reason, and we can't judge them by their storyline that they are caught up in. Sometimes we are the catalyst for change. He's a complicated guy. He's a nice guy, but there's a lot of layers to him. And I feel like he went through a period where he wasn't able to be accountable or accept responsibility for his part in something. And, so he had to kind of man up or grow up in some recent
Okay.
times. And this is like coming out of it all for him.
Okay. I can see that.
And then
really
we'll
can.
talk about more of that, I guess, when we have our session, because I know you said we're going to do a session. But Carmen, what is the follow-up question regarding your child, please?
Yeah. This child was actually, you always have that one that you have that special bond with.
Right.
And he was it for a lot of reasons. And, he's a product of divorce and he just started distancing himself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've been a great mom and a great person, so
Then
I
let
think you and I talked about it.
let him go through this. Let him figure it out. What is his birthday?
10/16/01.
Okay. I'm going to tell you,
I just wanted to know.
don't take
Okay,
it
go ahead.
personal. Do not take it personal.
Okay.
I feel like this is his year to spread out, branch out, like get his tentacles out there and kind of feel like where he needs to be in his journey. And he doesn't want to be a product of anybody's story. He wants to kind of write his own story.
And I do see
yeah.
that, and he's doing phenomenal.
Okay.
He's an A student in college. He bought his own pickup truck. He's doing great.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
let him be a boy with a pickup truck on the way to being a man.
Okay.
All right. And give him his space, and in his stillness, if there's a question or a moment where maybe he's not feeling that you were all the things that you believe you were, because maybe his view of the relationship dismantling, maybe somebody had a comment that kind of stuck with him. Space lets people sort through what they believe is their truth and what they need clarification on. And this will give him that time. Let him come to you. But I don't see any irreparable damage. I don't see that.
His problem with me actually has nothing to do with me, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just wanted to know, if Spirit thought you could give me something that I didn't know already. That's all.
No, you
Okay.
just give it some space. All right, Carmen, I look forward to connecting with you again. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye, lovely. Bye-bye.
888-565-1470. Taking your calls, but give us a call. I've got to get to my Facebook friends right now. And we're going to pull our questions from Facebook and YouTube. Facebook, I've got Marty. And Marty says, Sarah, what should I focus on my energy for the end of 2022 to open up myself for the transition into 2023? And Marty, you are asking the $1 million question that I really want everyone to be asking themselves. What is my main focus as I wrap up 2022 and launch into 2023, especially given all the changes that we've had? And Marty, this year for you is this powerful time of you stepping into focusing on making some new connections and friends, stepping into helping people that you love go to the next level, and stepping into the power of your powerful networking energy so that you can create something else for yourself for the flow of work and money, but something that you're very passionate about and is important to you, something that's going to take you in alignment with what your soul has come to do. It is a year of connections with people. It is a year of kind of creating a great community around you and really putting yourself in a position of your awareness of who you are and taking the light and beaming it out. Focus is on the magnificence that is you, how you can spread your light, and the connections with the people that you want close to you as you transition to 2023 that will also spawn a new opportunity for you for financial wellness. Sounds like you're going to have quite a bit to do. You asked a big question. Sounds like you have a big answer there, Marty. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. We're going to pull another question from Facebook and YouTube. And we've got Dreamy Eves. And Dreamy Eves has a question. Do I see any questions around her career or her health? What's coming up here? And she even housing changes. So we're going to take a big look and see what we've got here for this energy. So I do see a potential move in housing. I do feel like there could be a move coming up for you. I'm not getting a bad feel on this move. I think you're going to land beautifully on your feet. I know mention move to people and we're all like, oh my God, what? Because it's just such an awkward time in the rental market, in the housing market. It's just everyone's feeling a little uncomfortable about making changes because there's a lot of uncertainty. And there may be in what the storyline is and maybe the way we crunch numbers. But I want everyone to know that if it's meant to be for you, if you're meant to make a move, it's for your greater good. Everything will work out regardless of what the numbers say. You'll find the place that doesn't match all the other numbers and statistics. You'll find the perfect place for you that offers you something that you didn't have that's worth the extra money. So I want you all to trust that experience. And Dreamy Eves, I see here for you that it's going to be a strong, powerful financial year because 2023 gives you a launch into new career opportunity. So I see that career opportunity coming in this month of March of 2023. So just look for March to kind of bring in more money, more opportunities so that you can reach new heights for your 2023. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we've got calls on the board at 888-565-1470. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Standing in the room before.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 888-565-1470. That's toll free. 888-565-1470.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 888-565-1470. Toll free, 888-565-1470. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
And we are back here live, and we are answering your questions on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, 888-565-1470. And we're going to go to Pembroke Pines. I've got Denise on the line. Denise, how are you tonight?
Good, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to connect with you. And as you launch into this November for your birthday, I really feel like you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's and just kind of finalizing and getting some things in a better shape when it comes to work for yourself. Is that something that you're doing? Just kind of segueing and getting things together?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're coming up on a busy time. My guys make me feel like you're going to be really busy.
We're starting to pick up.
Okay. It's going to be busy. So this is the time, if something's not connected, not doing well, I really want you to be in the connection of what you have to do to make something happen for yourself. All right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I also see here you have questions about relationships or something. What is the question?
No, nothing about relationships. I'm really concerned about my daughter.
Okay.
More than any.
Okay. Well, that would be she's a relation to you. So all right. So what is the question about her?
Well, she had IVF. And, I don't know if she's pregnant, not pregnant, if it's a topic. I'm not sure what's going on with her. She shared that she had the IVF, but I don't know what's going on now. And my heart goes out to her.
Well, is she just being a little tight with her conversation to not put it out there so she can just let things work out without having everyone's energy involved?
There's only a few of us that know, but I like I said, I don't even know if the pregnancy is viable or not, and I don't want to ask the question because it's sensitive.
I understand. So if you don't want to ask her the question, you don't need to ask me that question either, because it's not my place to say something that she's not sharing with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's an ethic here. Like, I could spy on a lot of people, but right. I don't really look into things that aren't really available. That's why sometimes people ask me if they're having a boy or a girl, and it's very rare does Spirit tell me that, because that's something they're supposed to find out at the perfect time, and it's not necessarily to come through me. But then if someone's always wanted a girl, sometimes I'll be like, oh, you've got a girl coming, because Spirit wants them to know. So I'm not really, I do not feel that your daughter's going to remain disappointed. What is her birthday, please?
She is August 11th, 1978.
Okay. And she's really put a lot of energy and intention in this. So, if it is truly meant to be, it's going to be. Don't feel badly for her. just let it flow. I still don't feel like she's meant to be disappointed in this journey. So I know maybe, remember this topic of the show is God's time, and we are all thinking man's time, and you may be looking at the timeline going, okay, well, she's running out of time. Well, maybe that's true. Maybe that's not true for her.
Right.
So
Exactly.
So just let this play out. Is there another round she's planning to do if this one doesn't work, and then she's going to call it quits? Is that something that she said?
I'm not sure. I don't know because, I mean, it's costing her a lot of money. She went all the way up to Syracuse to have this done. And then, you know, it's as a mother, it's heartbreaking.
I understand, but some things are out of our control. So we just need to allow her to make peace with all of this. And the more you envision her pregnant, the easier it's going to be to help everything work out.
Well, even one of my nurses that works for me and also was a friend of hers too said, you know, and you have said this before, that she's got to put positivity out in the universe.
Yes, she does. She does. And that's why everyone around her should not be focusing on what they wonder is going on, just that she's not disappointed and everything works out beautifully and she has a healthy baby. That's the focus of that. All right?
Okay. Yes, and we'll go to my love life since you did bring it up.
Well, I brought up relations. I knew someone in relation to you was important. So I didn't necessarily say love life. I would have said love life. I just said you have a relationship question. To me, it's like your relationship with your daughter, and really the presenting of the question, you know, it's a relationship question, and it's where you two are in the relation with the two of you at this moment. She's not sharing because she just wants to be closed off and handle everything herself, and you've got to give her that space.
I am.
And that's a relationship dynamic, all right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Denise, for calling, and we wish you a happy birthday in November. All right.
And real quick, I'll just say my number came out twice in the last few weeks.
I did see that. I did see it. Yes, it did. I did see that. So, all right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Bye for now.
You.
Bye. 888-565-1470. And we've got Isa on the line, and she's in Miami. How are you today?
How are you, Sarah?
I am doing well. Good to reconnect with you. And it's a great opportunity for you to really be looking at where you go from here in the crossroads of life and what is going to make you happy, even in finances and career as well. What is your question for me tonight?
So it's a follow-up about the spirit told us after 40 days that the guy I'm supposed to meet is going to show up, and he did show up.
Yes.
But he didn't do anything. It was just, it was like a social dancing that we go.
Yes.
And he never drink, and he was just with me all the time. He drinking, and then he said, I'm going to go get another drink, and then another woman just took him outside, just like that.
Yeah.
Yes, he was there. It just like broke my heart like so bad because I was waiting for so long, and he was like very like longing and very all over me, like in a good way. You know?
Okay, but I don't want you to see the disappointment. Let's rewind the tape for those who didn't hear the beginning of the story in another call. You asked about him. No, I'll
by the way.
Let me recap for you, okay?
Thank you.
So the interesting thing is that you asked about him, and if I'm remembering correctly, Spirit saw that your paths are going to cross again. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And somehow we gave a timeline of some sort, and we kind of fell in that timeline that he would show up, and he showed up.
He showed up.
All right. So if something's not meant to be for an important reason, and I say this to you and everyone, if Spirit says something's coming, it has significance, because Spirit does not lose the purpose of life. The purpose of life is to experience different things, to grow, to have our desires met, to become more compassionate, kind, loving individuals, to have love, to give love, to have fun, right? That's why we're in the human body, and to still be staying connected to God. So you sought counsel from Spirit. Spirit through me says, hey, yes, he'll pop back up. Don't lose the momentum by getting concerned that after spending several hours with you or time with you, he then ends up talking to someone and then being outside talking to them and then leaves, or whatever the end of the story was. He invested time with you and he was totally focused on you. So life is a series of, this is the topic of the show now, everyone, timing. So he came in the time that was said, but maybe something isn't quite the right time for the two of you to line up in the way that you would like it to go. But you got something from the experience. So that means something of this interaction with this man is meant to be. Spirit doesn't throw people back in our path that aren't meant to be just so that they can mess us up and we can have a horrible experience. We can do that very well, all on our own as humans. We don't need Spirit to mess us up, right? Because we want what we want. We become impatient. We think we know better. We try to think for other people. We try to make assumptions and we take things personally. So we miss all the clues. So don't take it personally. Just be like, in gratitude, thank you, God, for letting me spend some quality time with that individual. I'm appreciative of the opportunity. If it is for my highest good and for the highest good of that individual, I ask that somehow our paths cross again and we can have so much more fun together and we could see where it carries outside of the social club and we can enjoy that time together and just be in that powerful energy of, that was great, give me more. Not like, that was great, and oh, now it's done. Oh, poo, I'm going to have a temper tantrum. It didn't work out the way. No, that was great. Give me more. I want more of those integral opportunities of getting to know somebody and just really feeling the intensity and get to know if this is someone I choose. You're looking at it as someone who might have gotten rejected. No, he chose to talk to you, but you chose to participate and you're still choosing for more. So stand in the choice of what you want and let the universe bring it to you. You have that power.
But you see that it's going to happen because we were in a great connection.
And you still are. It doesn't matter. He left. So what? He'll be back. Some enchanted evening, you will meet a stranger. You're going to meet, all right? It'll come across a crowded room. Just trust.
When I asked you before about guys, like in the years, and you never told me that they are the one, but with him, you always keep on telling me that he's going to come back, he's the one. So that's why.
Well, he's going to come back. What makes him the one is if you both show up and do the work. The ones that are the ones, somehow they're not that easy. And let it work out. Everything has its time, in God's time, not in your time.
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you so much. Listen, I'm glad you had that fun time. And thank you for the feedback.
It was fun and heartbreaking at the same time.
All right. Well, you know what? I know you wanted to be the one who was walking out the door with him. So that gives you something to ask the universe for next time. All right?
Okay. Thank you so much,
all right.
Sarah.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone who calls every Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m., sharing their experiences and trusting the guidance that we receive here from Spirit. There's a light in all of us, and I want you all to tune into that light and ask some really important questions of yourself and do the work. Do the work to be the best human being you can and know that you're always guided and protected by the divine, the angels, and you're never alone. We appreciate you. Thank you for spending Wednesday nights with us. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Oh, there's a light. There's a light. There's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answers your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.